Time now for our series, Changing the Game, where we highlight extraordinary women who are making a difference now and for future generations. Marty McDonald founded the children's clothing brand Elle Olivia, inspired by her own daughter. Recognizing the need for representation early on, McDonald launched her brand back in 2022 to inspire young Black girls to dream big through fashion. The line features fun graphic tops and matching bottoms, some with inspiring quotes. The clothes are sold at Target stores nationwide. They're also on Amazon. Congratulations on that.
Thank
Marty
you so
McDonald,
much.
thanks so much for joining us.
Thank you guys so much for having me. It's such an honor to be here.
Well, I tell you, your daughter, she's 3 now, right?
She's 3.
She inspired you to do this. What was missing in fashion that you just didn't see that you had to break out with this line?
You know, our story started with a NICU experience. We were in the NICU for 35 days, and Elle was born with something called congenital diaphragmatic hernia. That NICU experience left a scar on me, and it showed me as a new mom how important advocacy is and how important it is to show your child what's possible in this world and that they're represented. So one day I was in Target, like most moms, looking around, and I didn't see anything that looked like her so that she could see herself at a young age. I left Target that day, and I knew that this was my purpose and this was my mission, to go create a space for my daughter to see herself at a very young age.
How do you come up with the affirmations that are on the shirt? Dream big. What's that one say?
Little mama.
Little mama.
Yeah.
Yes, we phrase them culturally, right? Our mamas are the first thing that our little girls see. Our little mamas are a representation of that, right? We have some phrases that say, I get it from my mama. It's important for our phrases to meet where the culture is, and for it to be in a way that a little girl can really understand that anything is possible for her in a way that a 2- and 3-year-old can understand.
And I imagine she's giving you a lot of feedback.
Of course, she gives me tons of feedback. Her personality is big and beautiful, but it really started of us affirming her, of us telling her she's beautiful and she's brave, and us being able to do that in a way that she understands for a 3-year-old. But I think it's so important that we affirm our daughters when they're 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, and by the time they're 25, they know who they are in this world, and that's really why we created Elle Olivia.
Absolutely true, but you can't take her advice on all things when it comes to the clothes, right? I mean,
You know, it's funny because she'll look at the character and she'll say, it looks just like me. That's me, Mom. And the character hair, it looks like her hairstyle. Sometimes we wear braids with beads. Sometimes we wear our puffs, right? Or sometimes she wears her afro out. It's so important that our little girls, specifically Black and brown little girls, get to see themselves in a way that looks exactly like them.
Elle approved.
Oh, absolutely. You're a mother of 3. Yes. I can't forget this. A set of twins.
I have a set of twins.
Oh, my gosh. How do you...
3 under 3? Is that what it is?
Yes,
three
3 under
under
3. I don't... Yeah.
Yes.
Wow.
Whoa.
Wow.
Whoa.
So how do you balance it all? And what... Does one sometimes, you know, have a tendency to get lost with the business, just the managing of it all?
Yeah, that's a really great question. Balancing it all for me has really grounded me in what I want to establish and create for my family, for my kids, right? My North Star is to be able to create generational wealth, to make sure that my kids see themselves in this world, to make sure that they know that their futures matter, right? And so that's how I balance it. Is it hard? It is so hard. It's hard being a working mom, creating a new brand from scratch, and being able to balance and do all that, being a wife, etc. But you make time for what you think is important in your life. And for me, being able to create a resource for my daughters to see themselves is incredibly important.
3 under 3, and the business is only 2 years old.
Yeah.
The business
Wow.
is 2 years
Now,
old. Yes.
to your point about generational wealth, Black women entrepreneurs hold less than 1% of venture capital funds. Yet a recent court ruling found that the Fearless Fund, which offers resources to Black women entrepreneurs, is discriminatory. What do you make of that?
You know, I think it's unfortunate that the resources are not always available to us, right? I think it's unfortunate that the stat says less than 1% receive it, but then it's being sued from that, right? Yeah. It doesn't even make sense. But I think that we have to unite as a community together to help propel our businesses and our communities forward. No one's gonna come save us, right? But we have the power to save ourselves. And so I think that when you have a brand and your messaging is strong and clear that you're impacting the community, then you can't help but to rally around that.
I bet you with the rallying cry of mommy and me, you have items also for the moms
Yes.
with their daughters. I love that. Marty McDonald, thank you so much.
Thank you.